Test, test. We're live. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We're breaking hockey cards. We are breaking cards. Turn this down. And boom. All right. Good evening. Hey, what's going on, Brian? What's happening? What's happening? We are ready to break some cards. I'm watching Matty D's stack sale, which is crazy. It looks like it's heating up. What's going on, Vic? Vic, where are you moving? And Vic, yeah, you do. You got 5 teams here. Vic, you got Preds, Ducks, Flames, Islanders, and Vegas. Pulling that last team down with Vegas there. Grab my mouse here. We're going to give it, I don't know, like 2 minutes, then we'll get started. Use our official timer here. Do 3 minutes. 15 seconds. Bam, there we go. And we'll get started. Just in the same town, hope to move to Florida, South Carolina. When I retire, I'm going to move to probably Arizona. That's the game plan, Vic. Bird, let's see. You have the Bruins, Canucks, Avs, Columbus, and Penguins. I'm going to read them all here for everybody else as they come in. BP, you got the Hurricanes. Rob has the Lightning. Ethan has the Sabres. Andrew has the Maple Leafs. Brian D, as in David, has the Rangers, Sharks, and Flyers. Joel D has the Oilers and Jets. AJ Fredrickson has the Wild and Yotes. Jeremy O has the Stars. Ryan E has the Devils, Blackhawks, Red Wings, Kings, Senators, and Panthers. Vic, I told you who you had, but I'll say it again. Preds, Ducks, Flames, Islanders, and Vegas. Bird, I told you, but you got the Bruins, Canucks, Avs, Blue Jackets, and Pens. And Aaron G has Montreal, St. Louis, and the Capitals. And that's where we're at. We also just dropped break 63. 63 is a little on the high end. It is kind of crazy. I said break 63. Break 16. Break 16, the first box is 2021 Allure. You've all seen it. Second box is 2021 Premier. And the third box is 1920 Black Diamond. That's where that kind of higher price tag comes in between Premier and Black Diamond. But this is break 16. That was just released on the website. The off screen here, the Allure, Premier, and Black Diamond in break 16. So that is up there now, if you want to check that out. About a minute left, we will start breaking cards. Yeah, you like that, Rob? So this is actually the Hall of Fame guesses. It's going to be slightly smaller, like the size of a hockey card. This is the Hall of Fame guess, part of the prize pack this year if you get on that etched Hall of Fame. And so far we've had, where is it? It's behind Series 1. There it is. Had a couple named Mike G. So Mike G got on the Hall of Fame 3 times in a row. And then Nicky W. So they will be getting a hockey-sized Breaks Raccoon. It'll have some on the back as well. with some little rewards coming their way once I get those actually in production. Well, Mike nailed it 3 times in a row, all within a week. Isn't that crazy? All right, our timer's up. We are going to break some cards. All right, first going to get right into OPC Platinum. Good luck, everyone. Bird, you have not got on the Hall of Fame yet. It's for the Hall of Fame guesses. And there's our guessers so far in our ledger. One day, perhaps, we'll make it in the Hall of Fame, Bird. Or 5 extras. So last year, didn't really do a whole lot. 5 extras, we'll see. We'll hand them out to some people, I imagine. And they're probably the extras. All right, so first up, our first box of OPC Platinum for tonight. Move my phone over here to the side, and let's get this ball rolling. Rob, it's good to see you in here. I've now lost the Caps game, which is behind me, still 3-2. You have to keep me updated, Rob. Very first pack of the night, Valtteri Filppula for the Red Wings, Shea Weber, Rainbow for Montreal, and I just put a card this way. Tyler Bertuzzi for Detroit, Arthur Kalayev, marquee rookie for LA. So our 4 cards there. Looks like a matte pink in this pack, possibly. Connor Brown for Ottawa, retro of Jacob Vrana, the Caps. There's that matte pink of Jesper Bratt for the Devils, and a marquee rookie of Ty Dellandrea for Dallas. The matte pink of Jesper Bratt and the Devils there. Cool little insert. Next up, Laslin Home for Calgary. Sweet selection of Kiefer Bellows for the Islanders. I like how they match the colors. I've said this every time I get a card. But they match the kind of the uniform colors with the color of the card. It's kind of cool, orange for Bellows and the Islanders there. Sean Monahan for Calgary. Cal Foote for the Lightning. Those last 2 there. Next up we have Miro Heiskanen for Dallas. We have John Carlson with the Sunset, the Caps. The Cap for Chicago, Jason Robertson for Dallas with the marquee rookie. A nice one here of Mr. John Carlson. He had a goal that I think was waved off earlier in the first period. A nice one there for Aaron. Cool insert. Rob, it's kind of crazy that 2 goals have been wiped out in this game so far. Caps were clearly offsides. But very interesting. And that it was like a hand pass for Tampa, even though it was kind of like the dude knocked it down. I'll take it. Carlson for Vegas. Adam Henrique for the Ducks. Another sunset of Joe Pavelski in Dallas. Evgeny Malkin for the Penguins. Come on. That paper wanted to be a pain. Next up, Thomas Hertl for the Sharks. Igor Korshkov with the retro for Montreal. Yeah, second goal is denied. Clayton Keller here for the Coyotes with the orange checker. Come right back to that one. Alexander Radulov for Dallas. So Clayton Keller is going to be orange checkers, 5 of 25. That's going to be hard to beat for our short print. Put that guy on display. Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily intentional either. It just kind of went off his glove and then, yeah, I think you're right, like toward the goal. I'd agree with you there. But going to the Desert Dogs, 5 of 25 for Clayton Keller. Very cool card. Going to AJ. So that one's going to be hard to beat for the parallel. Or short printing. Maybe you can get a 101. Next up, TJ Oshie for the Caps. Tarasenko, Rainbow for the Blues. Alex Belzile for Montreal. And Shifley for the Jets. JT Miller for Vancouver. Connor McDavid, best in the world for the Oilers. Keandre Miller, marquee rookie for the Rangers, and Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks. We're going to put Connor here in a penny sleeve. A very nice card for Joel. Next up, Anders Lee for the Islanders. Ellers for the Jets. Pavel Francois for the Avs. Liljegren for the Leafs. The last two there. Josh Bailey for the Islanders. For Columbus, rocking the All-Star colors here, Patrick Laine. Dylan Strome with the retro, and Connor McMichael for the Capitals, the marquee rookie. Clayton Keller again for the Coyotes. And here is going to be our auto in the box, a rookie auto. Elias Anderson for the Rangers. Going to Brian DeMarco. Come right back to that one. Brock Nelson for the Islanders. Shane Bowers for the Avalanche is the last two cards here. But a nice auto here for Brian D. Elias Anderson. This is going to be the rookie Red Prism auto 2/50. Yeah, see, Rob, I can't even see the game now. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's behind me. But Brian D out of 50 here. Elias Anderson for the Rangers. Is that beater one here? Orange checker was out of 25. Still a very cool auto card. Oh, there's Brian D. And do the auto horn for Brian. Got that big auto horn back in the building. Got it fixed. Nice one for you, Brian. Next up, Perone for St. Louis. Austin Matthews. Guess who's growing a mustache? I know. Austin Matthews. Kiefer Bellows for Islanders, and Al Ulevi for the Canucks is the last two there. Now some of this paper is like, no, not today. Next up, Chris Kreider for Rangers. Chris Letang for Penguins. Retro of Pettersson for the Canucks. Kevin Fiala for Minnesota. Pettersson and Fiala is the last two there. All right, Jonathan Marchessault for Vegas. Anze Kopitar for LA. Pierre-Oliver Joseph retro for the Penguins. And Svechnikov for the Hurricanes. That's the last two there. Mike Keenan's an illegitimate kid, Austin Matthews. Nikolai Eller for the Jets. Tarasenko for the Blues. For the Hurricanes, Jacob Slavin. The yellow tracks out of 249. Will not beat our orange checker over there. But 106 of 249 for Slavin and the Hurricanes. Come right back to it. Last card is Niles Hoglander for the Canucks. A nice insert for the Hurricanes. Again, it's a 106 249 yellow tracks going to BP out in CO. Next up, Shea Weber for the Montreal Canadiens. Hurdle for the Sharks with the retro. Marner for the Leafs. And Kiefer Bellows for the Islanders with the marquee rookie. Marner and Bellows. Adrian Kempe for LA. Pierre Dubois for the Winnipeg Jets. Marner with the rainbow for the Leafs. Johnny Carlson for the Caps. It's the last two there. And we got 3 packs left of our first box of OPC. Torrey Krug for St. Louis. Carlson for the Sharks. Mitch Marner for the Leafs. We'll come right back to that one. John Tavares for the Leafs. Our first back-to-back of the night. Drink number 1 if you're playing along at home. And Red Prism, 184 of 199 for Marner and the Leafs. 184 of 199. And Leafs for Andrew Jones. All right, second to last pack. Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Tavares for the best in the world. Mikey Anderson for LA with the marquee rookie. And we have Max Pacioretty for Vegas. There's Rob with the score count. We haven't seen the score count in so long, Rob. Best in the world there for Tavares. It's been so long since the little beer kegs have graced us. Landeskog for Avalanche. Bennington for the Blues. Retro Jonathan Toews for the Blackhawks. Marquee rookie of Alexis Lafreniere for the Rangers. All right, that's going to be the final pack there of our OPC Platinum. Give me just a second here. Going to move these off to the side like I normally do. Getting there. All right, we will get right into our Series 1 box. And again, break 16 went live at the top of the hour. That was the Black Diamond, Premier, and Allure. So 2 very high-end boxes there, especially the Black Diamond. See what we can grab Young Gun-wise here out of Series 1. All right. First pack in, Matthew Tkachuk with the Merkle Squad for Calgary. Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Dennis Gurianov for Dallas. I think this is our first one of these. Johnny Hockey for the Flames are electromagnetic. Maybe we pulled one more of these. Very cool inserts, kind of like the printing plate booklets in a way. Different shades of colors there. But Johnny Hockey for Calgary, the insert. Strome for Blackhawks. Cal Peterson for the Kings. Vladislav Namestnikov for the Detroit Red Wings. And Mario Ferrara for the Sharks. A cool insert here of Johnny Hockey for Calgary. And let's get into pack 2. Rob, so we had the only other box of Series 1 that we opened. We had quite a few of the back-to-backs. Martin Nikas for Hurricanes, speaking of, and Brett Pesce for the Hurricanes. So back-to-back Canes, drink number 2 of the night. We'll call it drink number 2. The little space dust. Followed by Alex Iafallo for LA. I called that one, Rob. Oliver Ekman-Larsson for Coyotes. And our rookie retrospective of Josh Norris and the Senators. The silver edition with the silver logo. You've also seen the gold logos here. So 2021 rookie ranking points was 3rd overall, goals tied for 2nd. Norris and the Senators. Neat insert. Philip Kurashev for Chicago. Miro Heiskanen for Dallas. Sideways card of Marcus Foligno for Minnesota. I like how all these cards have virtually no fans in the background because it was the COVID time. Just a bunch of tarps. Next up, Lafreniere for the Rangers. Jordan Greenway for the Wild. Horizontal card of Patrick Hornquist for Swamp Kitties. Tell they're like fake people back there, like the cutouts. Samuel Girard for the Avalanche. We have a young gun here of Joe Veleno for Detroit. Come right back to him. Yanni Gourde for Tampa. Jacob Trouba for the Rangers. Jordan Eberle for the Islanders, the last two. Trouba and Eberle. But our first young gun of the night, going to Joe Veleno and Detroit Red Wings, going to Ryan. Get my top loaders out here. There's the back of Veleno and Detroit. Not sure if I'm a huge fan yet of how they have it this year with the Young Gun font, but is what it is, I guess. Brad Marchand for the Bruins. Crosby for the Penguins. Carter Hart for the Flyers. Andrei Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Keandre Miller for the Rangers. Skinner for Buffalo. Robertson for Dallas. And Jason Zucker for the Penguins. Not an insert in that pack there. Interesting. Usually there's something, right? All right, Jack Campbell for the Maple Leafs. Jacob Voracek for the Flyers. Brendan Gallagher for Montreal. Our second young gun of the night is going to be Wyatt Kalynuk for the Blackhawks. Come right back to him. Nick Schmaltz for the Coyotes. John Carlson for the Caps. Nice big Islanders logo back there. David Perron for the Blues. And Charlie Coyle for Boston. And our second young gun, Wyatt Kalynuk for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks also going to Ryan. So he's got both young guns so far. 2 for 2. Looks like we have a checklist here. Zach Parise for the Wild. Tyler Seguin for the Stars. Eric Robertson for Columbus. Another electromagnetic. This one is Connor Garland and the Coyotes. Very neat insert. Mackenzie Weegar for Swamp Kitties. Ryan Pulock for the Islanders. Tavares for the Maple Leafs. And our checklist here between Jack Hughes and Lafreniere, which would be the Rangers, which is Brian D, and the Devils, which is Ryan Evans. So Brian, do you want the checklist? If so, we'll do a shuffle at the end of the night. If you don't mind not having it, we'll go to the Ryan. There's Connor Garland with the electromagnetic. Give it to Ryan, he says. Awesome. All right. I don't collect, like the Young Gun's a little bit different with the Young Gun checklist, but the normal ones, I don't even collect them. I don't even do anything with them. Hurdle for the Sharks. Tyler Myers for the Canucks. Tage Thompson for the Sabres. Panic for Detroit. And a Hundo P here of Blake Wheeler. This one's gold. I don't know if we've seen gold before. Come right back to that. Evgeny Dadonov for Ottawa. JT Miller for the Canucks. Josh Morrissey for Winnipeg. This one is a gold circle around it. We'll flip it over here in a second. No difference. Hundo P. Maybe just the gold stands out there, the gold circle. But going to the Jets and Joel Day. The Hundo P insert. Next up, DeBrincat for the Blackhawks. Craig Smith for Boston. Nicholas Hague for Vegas. And we have a Jacob Voracek for the Flyers. Looks like a homeless man portrait. Not the best photo of him, but it's all good. So Voracek with the portrait. Max Domi for the Blue Jackets. Matt Grzelcyk for the Bruins. Eli Tolvanen for Nashville. Justin Falk for the Blues is the last two. But Voracek here looking 4-2 into the second. All right. Voracek looks like he needs a shower and a ham sandwich in this card. All right, we got just the wrapper. Oh, it's just the wrapper. Cool. Like that one card is really bad, but just the wrapper coming off my finger there. All right, we have Ethan Bear for the Oilers. Johnny Hockey for Calgary. Philip Zadina for Detroit. Thatcher Demko for Canucks. We have our superstar for the Canucks, Brock Besser. 2021-2022 honor roll. Shea Weber for Montreal. Moynihan for Calgary. And Kasperi Kapanen for the Penguins. It's the last two. Our insert here being the 21-22 honor roll of Besser and the Canucks, excuse me. Elias Anderson out of 50. Elias Anderson. You guys messing with me? You guys have to be. Alright. Next up, Gabriel Landeskog for the Avs. Justin Schultz for Capitals. Gibson for the Ducks. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. And a canvas here of Dylan Cousins. Very cool card. That's our first canvas we pulled. Nylander for Maple Leafs. Wheeler for the Jets. Horizontal card of Tim Stützle and the Senators. And Oscar Lindblom and the Flyers. A very cool insert of Dylan Cousins. And the Besser card. Oh, very cool. Those honor rolls, that are they that rare? All right, Jacob Silverberg for the Ducks. Farabee and the Flyers. Jordan Stahl for Carolina. Chandler Stevenson for Vegas. Our third young gun of the night, Radim Zahorna for Penguins. Miles Wood for the Devils. Riley Smith for Vegas. Chris Kreider for the Rangers. Oh, that's good to hear, Dan. At least you got some help if you need it. All right, so Radim Zahorna for, probably jacking up his last name, for Pittsburgh. So our third Young Gun. Next up, sideways card of Kevin LeBlanc for the Sharks. Dominic Kubalik for Minnesota. JT Comfort for the Avalanche. Chris Tierney for Ottawa. Another rookie retrospective here of Pius Suter and the Blackhawks. Horizontal card of Mikko Koskinen for the Oilers. Noah Hannafin for Calgary and Josh Archibald for the Oilers. Is the last two there. Pius Suter, the rookie retrospective. Says tied for 6th in points and 5th for goals out of the rookies. Next up, Jesse Pilarvi for the Oilers. Andre Palat for the Lightning. Back-to-back Andre Palat. Same team, same player. Double drink, Rob. We're up to number 4 now tonight, if you're playing along at home. 2 Andre Palat cards in a row. Can we get 3 cards in a row? And the answer is no. But a very nice canvas here of Nick Suzuki scoring a goal. Eunice Donskoy for Colorado. Colin White for Ottawa. Cam Fowler for the Ducks. And Timo Meier for the Sharks. A very cool one of Nick Suzuki. Looks like the Sharks goalie there. You can see the blue on the blocker. An awesome photo. All right, Jean-J Pajot for the Islanders. Morgan Riley for the Leafs. Another checklist here between Dallas and Minnesota. Kirill Kaprizov, Jason Robertson. So Dallas and Minnesota would be the AJ Fredrickson and the Wild. That's he's got the Wild. The Stars is going to Jeremy. But neither one of these guys are in here, I don't think. Jeremy or AJ. This will be shuffled at the end of the night, or not shuffled, but randomized. Nice electromagnetic here of Nicholas Backstrom and the Capitals. Very cool card. Horizontal card of Jonathan Huberdeau and the Swamp Kitties. Nazem Kadri for the Avalanche. Bob for the Swamp Kitties. And Mikhail Sergachev for the Lightning. There's the last two there. But Nito Torpedo with the insert here for Backstrom. Next up, Devin Tays for Colorado. Jake DeBrusk for Boston. Yusei Saros for Nashville. We have a Dazzler here of Kirill Kaprizov and the Wild going to AJ. Very neat blue Dazzler. Alex Nedeljkovic for Hurricanes. Back-to-back Hurricanes here. Jacob Slavin, our 5th drink of the night. Back-to-back Hurricanes players. Adrian Kempe for LA and Nicholas Halmerson for the Desert Dogs. A nice Dazzler here for Kirill in the blue. Next up, Matt Zagrilla for the Wild. Varley for the Islanders. Brady Shen for the Blues. Young gun here of Tice Thompson for the Devils. Tice Thompson, I think that's our 4th one so far. Danny DeKeyser for Detroit. Jack Roslovic for Columbus. Duncan Keith for Chicago. Dylan Cousins for Buffalo. The last one there. Rob is on top of it tonight with the drink count. Just a second, I'll move some of these cards off to my left. All right. First up, Jordan Bennington for the Blues. Anthony Cirelli for Lightning Bolts. Breadman for the Rangers. Horizontal card of Josh Bailey and the Islanders. Young gun here of Matthias Samuelsson for Buffalo. McAvoy for Boston. Jake Gensel for the Penguins and Kevin Hayes for the Flyers. Matthias Samuelsson for the Sabres. Going to Ethan. Yeah, it is. I've got plenty of them though. I've got painter's tape to my left to hold up a trash bag where I throw all the wrappers in. That's what I go through the most, is the hold up a trash bag. JT Comfort for Colorado. Chris Tierney for Ottawa. Nicholas Deloriers for Detroit. For the Ducks. And here we have Jeremy Swayman for the Bruins. 2021-22 honor roll. Very cool card there, going to Birdman. TJ Brody for the Leafs. Justin Hull for the Leafs, back-to-back Leafs. That's going to be number 6 on the night. Brody and Hull both for the Leafs. Jeff Carter for the Penguins. And Jeff Petrie for Montreal. A nice one for Bird here with Jeremy Swayman. Superstar 2021-2022 honor roll. Next up, Lars Eller for the Caps. Dylan DeMello for Winnipeg. Hashir for the Devils. Rasmus Dahlin for Buffalo. Hundo P for Blake Wheeler and the Jets. This one here is silver. Drew Doughty for LA. Martin Jones for the Sharks. Tanner Pearson for the Canucks. So yeah, the other one was gold that we had. This one's now the silver Hundo P. Blake Wheeler. Looks like 5 packs left of Series 1. Seth Jones for Blue Jackets. Anderson for Montreal. Start thinking of your OPC Platinum Hockey Hall of Fame guesses. Here we have a Upper Deck game jersey of Braden Point for the Lightning. Very neat insert with a nice white piece of jersey there, looks like. Going to Rob and the Lightning. This is our first one of these that we pulled. Braden Point game jersey. There's the back of it there. And the rest of the pack we have Anders Lee for the Islanders. Marc-Andre Fleury for Vegas. Roman Josi for Nashville. Next up, Nikolai Desjardins Delorier for the Ducks. Kevin LeBlanc for the Sharks. Dominic Kubalik for Chicago. Zach Werenski for Columbus. Another canvas here of Gabe Velarde in LA. Not quite sure what he's doing there. Niles Hoglander for Vancouver. Sebastian Aho for Carolina. Darnell Nurse for the Oilers. Our insert is the canvas of Gabe Velarde. Looks like he's on one knee. Looking for pass. Hard to tell. Not quite sure what he's doing. So 3 packs left to Series 1. We will have our first Hall of Fame guest for OPC. We'll have our second Hall of Fame guest for Chronology. We have Victor Arvidsson for Nashville. Michael Bunting for Coyotes. Mackenzie Blackwood for the Devils. Victor Hedman for the Lightning. Nice portrait here of Connor McDavid. Kind of like a sepia filter on it. Rasmus Anderson for Calgary. Jacob Vrana for the Capitals. And Jared Spurgeon for the Minnesota Wild. A very cool insert there for Connor McDavid and the Oilers. All right. First one, sideways card, Thomas Chabot and Ottawa. Bo Horvat for the Canucks. Adam Lowry for Winnipeg. Carter Verhey for Panthers. We have a canvas young gun of Alex Newhook and the Avalanche. Nice shot there with the puck on the end of the stick. Very nice one here, going to Birdman. So the canvas young gun. Newhook and the Avs. Carlson for Vegas. Keandre Miller for the Rangers. And Kirill Kaprizov for the Wild as the last two. I do like the canvas young guns. Got a little soft spot for them. There it is. So nice card for a bird. And last pack of Series 1. We have Sean Walker for LA. Rasmus Ristolainen for Buffalo. Alexander Radulov for Dallas. Young gun here, Zach Jones for the Rangers. Horizontal card of Antoine Kubolin for Detroit, or for Dallas. Kel McCarr for Colorado. Vitek Vanacek for the Minnesota. For the Washington Caps, Henrik for the Ducks. Starting to lose it here. So Vanacek for the Caps, Henrik for the Ducks, and our final young gun was Zach Jones and the Rangers going to Brian D. All right, with that, we will have our Hall of Fame guests for our box of OPC. So get your guesses in there. All right. Vic says Jay Robertson. Dan Dub says Carlson. Also doing it for our chronology box. Keep the guesses coming in. I'm just going to open it up real fast. Looks like Hagel for Brian D. shuffling here. All right. See who we get. Rob, if you're still around, get your guess in rather quickly here. First up, Duncan Keith for Chicago. Retro of Miro Heiskanen and Dallas. We have our OPC premiere here of Matthew Tkachuk, Rainbow. Very cool card of the Snorkel Squad. Backstrom there for the Caps. These are very nice little inserts. I believe they're non-numbered. But still kind of going to the OPC product. Just chromed out. Very nice one for the Flames. Vic says I need the golden treasure of Matt Duchene to get the rainbow. Not too much. Alright. If we pull a golden treasure of Matt Duchene, Vic, that'd be amazing. If we called that, we were going to pull it. Bennington for the Blues. Yanni Hakanpää with the retro. Matt Pink of Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Tyler Bertuzzi for Detroit. There's Rob with Mr. Foot. All right. Phil Pula for Detroit. We haven't pulled a 1-1 in a long time. Golden Treasure would be sick. Sweet selection of Morgan Geekie for Hurricanes. Had one of these in the first box where the colors matched the jersey and the pants. Very cool. Arctic Clive for LA. Taze for the Blackhawks is the last two there. But our insert, big insert here being the sweet selection of Geekie and a bunch of jerks. No, I got you, Rob. Rob, I thought you were going to go with Adam Foot. I had you down. All right, Josh Bailey for the Islanders. But yeah, massive card. I don't even know the last one we pulled was. We pulled some 1-on-1s out of Leaf. Malkin here with the Sunset. Followed by Malkin again. Back-to-back, same team, same players, a double drink. That puts us at 8 drinks tonight. Back-to-back, same player. 8 drinks if you plan on at home. You're going to be going to work tomorrow. But Malkin for the Penguins. Belzile from Montreal. And then our Malkin Sunset. Power play Caps, I like it. Dan says it'll be a Canuck since he didn't get him in the break. All right. Kucherov for the Lightning. Zuccarello for the Wild. So we've got a yellow tracks here of Giordano and Calgary. Peyton Krebs for Vegas is the last card. There's Rob coming with the 8 drinks. The Giordano Seismic Gold, actually, 6 of 50, not the yellow tracks. 6 of 50. Does that beat our Clayton Keller from the first box? I think that was out of 25, wasn't it? Clayton Keller was 5 of 25 with the orange checkers. He's not being beaten so far. But a very nice card of Giordano and the Flames. 6 of 50. Going to Vic. All right, Tyler Seguin for Dallas. Brett Burns is the best in the world. Colin White for Ottawa. And Michael DiPietro for Vancouver. But Burnsy here for the Sharks. With the insert. Next up, Patrick Laine for Columbus. Retro Brock Besser for the Canucks. And for Vegas, Max Pacioretty with the Violet Pixels. Come right back to that one. And Mark Scheifele for the Winnipeg Jets. Pacioretty with the Violet Pixels. 247 of 399. 247 of 399. Next up, Clayton Keller for Coyotes. Best in the world, Brad Marchand and the Bruins. Connor McMichael for the Caps. Brock Nelson for the Islanders. Another Bruin here for Birdman. Brad Marchand. Nathan McKinnon for Colorado. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Retro of Liam Foudy for Columbus. And Tim Stützle for Ottawa. The last one there. Alright, Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Kyle Connor for the Jets. Retro of Thomas Harley and Dallas Stars. And Drew Doughty for LA as the last two there. Jonathan Marchessault for Vegas. Josh Bailey with the Rainbow for the Islanders. Marquee rookie of Shane Bowers and the Avs. And Svechnikov for Carolina. That's the last two. Alright, shuffled this pretty good, I guess. No auto yet. Jamie Benn for Dallas. And speaking of, there it is. It's going to be last year's as well for the Swamp Kitties. Cool auto, though, at least. But Riley Stillman for the Panthers. Going to Ryan Evan. I like the auto at least. Nice big ones, not like just scribbles. Even though it's last year's. The Stillman and the Swamp Kitties. I don't think anybody guessed Stillman. We'll have one more Hall of Fame guess for our chronology box. Put him over here. Do a little auto horn for Ryan. See, it's still 4-2, Rob. I like that. Hurley for Dallas. Adam Fox for the Rangers is the last two cards in this pack. Caps need these points bad, too. Kopitar for LA. Perone for the Blues. Gensel for the Penguins. Ulevi for the Canucks. I think right now, if the season ended today, the Caps would play the Panthers. I'd like them to at least trade spots with the Bruins if possible to get that first wild card spot. All right, Austin Matthews for the Leafs. Guess who's growing a mustache, everyone? I know. Got a little fuzz on it there, too. Let me help him out. There you go. Get that smuts off there for you. Matthews for the Leafs. Torrey Krug for St. Louis. Zuccarello for the Wild. Tavares for the Leafs with the last one. But a nice one here of Zooks. I just dropped. Red Prism, 16 of 199. 16 of 199 for the Wild and Zuccarello. All right, Konecki for the Flyers. Rainbow of Clayton Keller for the Coyotes. Marquee rookie of Connor Ingram for Nashville. Roman Josi for Nashville. Back-to-back Nashville players. That's going to be drink number 9 if you're playing along at home. Call your boss now. Say you can't make it. 9 drinks. All right, Carlson for the Sharks. Patrick Kane with the retro for the Blackhawks. Little Mikey Anderson for LA. Max Pacioretty for Vegas is the last two. Anderson and Pacioretty. It's like 4 or 5 packs left of OPC. We'll do our Hall of Fame guess of Chronology and call it a night. But first we have Victor Hedman and the Lightning. Parise with the Wild. Alex Pietrangelo with Vegas Sunset. Brandon Hagel with Chicago. feel like these sunsets are like one every few packs. All right, Carey Price from Montreal. Rainbow Patrick Laine. We've seen quite a few of this card tonight. Nice to see the rainbow variation. Zibanejad for the Rangers. Pierre-Olivier Joseph for the Penguins. Penguinos. All right, Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Landeskog for the Avalanche. Rainbow of Brock Nelson for the Islanders. Seen this card a few packs ago. Mr. Alexis Lafreniere for the Rangers. Going to Brian D. And last pack in OPC. We have Kyle Palmieri for the Devils. Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. Rainbow of Shane Bowers for the Avalanche. And Sid the Kid for the Penguins. All right, so let's get our Hall of Fame guesses for Chronology. Can't spell it. Volume 2. Go. So get your guesses in for our last box of the night. Cap's still up 4-2. I'm digging it. While you guys are guessing, I'm going to do a real quick random.org for that one card we have. And it was Dallas and Minnesota Wild Stars. So we are going to run this 6 times real fast while you guys are guessing for the one checklist card. Whoever's on top after 6 will take it home. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This next time counts. 6th and final time. It is going to Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars. We'll get it. Just make a sticky note real fast of that. Stars checklist. All right, who we got? Giordano, Messier, Buer. Trevor Linden says Dan Dubs. I'm going to go with Wayne Gretzky. I'm going to go with Wayne in our box of Chronology. Rob V, last chance for a guess. I know he's watching the Lightning game. Rob V says Vazzy. All right. We're going to put them on some top loaders there. We will get buttons here. All right. So our very first card is Zdeno Chara with the Letterman. The A in Chara is going to be out of 35 for Birdman. This was that off year when they couldn't find the jerseys, the autographed jerseys, kind of sucked. But Chara there with the Letterman for Bird. Still pretty cool. Chara would be a good one to go after. Only 5 letters. I'm sure you'll like that one, even though he went to the Caps. Then I think he's in the Islanders now. What's going on, Caleb? So Chara to start us off. And next up we have Brooks Orpik for the Penguins. Don't think anybody guessed Brooks Orpik. I know I wouldn't have. Later went to be a Capital. So Orpik for the Pens. top loader here. Going to Birdman also. Birdman's got 2 cards out of this box. I think I'm going to put the char out there as well. We'll do the auto horn for Birdman and Orpik. Next up, we have a Chronology letterman here of Owen Nolan for the Sharks. Sharks were going to... Who had the Sharks? Brian DeMarco. This one is autographed and it's out of 15. So you have the actual jersey here, not the just the letter. But Owen Nolan for the Sharks, 7 of 15, going to Brian D. That'd be another one, just 5 letters. Out of 15 might be hard to find though, if you are interested in putting it all together. There's the back. Nolan for the Sharks. Now we have Al back here in letters. I don't know if we've ever gotten 2 Lettermans in the same box, but a auto horn for Brian D. I think this is going to be the last one of the night. The 4th and final card. Going to the Rangers. And it is Mr. Lundqvist. 62 of 222. 62 of 222. Also going to Brian DeMarco. So it's funny. Brian D got half the box. And Birdman got half the box. Brian had Sharks and Rangers. Bird had Pens and Bruins. So 50-50 split on that box of Premier there. But a nice one of Lundqvist. 62 of 222 for Brian D. There's the back, the long career there. But just as a reminder, as I said at the top, Break 16 launched, which was the new Premier. A box of 1920 Black Diamond and a box of Allure. So 2 high-end boxes there. It's on the website now. Plus the other 3. But that's going to wrap it up for the night. I know Matty D still has his card sale going on if you guys want to check that out. But have a good night, everybody. Take care. We'll see you back real soon. And stay safe. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.